Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Welcome back to another episode of the Turnbuckle Times 10 Count, your one stop shop for very quick, nice little recaps of what's going on in wrestling. Adam dropped one for the WWE for Friday Night SmackDown earlier yesterday. Here is your instant reaction to AEW Rampage. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Stephen Burton, the man who covers AEW probably more than Adam does and more than most people do. Um, we like to try to keep these short, sweet. I'm watching the clock. My goal all the time is to get you guys in and out of here in 10 minutes or less. So let's jump right in. Obviously, anticipation. We want to see what's going to happen. We're getting closer and closer to All Out. That's what this whole build is about. This whole next week of shows is about building towards All Out. Okay. So obviously, with the first match, kind of jumps right in. We got Jurassic Express versus the Lucha Brothers in the final for the elimination tournament for the tag titles. Okay. It's a good match. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't expect anything. You got Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, Ray Phoenix, and Penta El Cerro. Great workers, great styles, meshed very well together. I mean, I gotta say too, man, can we just acknowledge really quickly the amazing athleticism of Luchasaurus? It's just insane. It's insane. A guy that big should not be popping up off the ground that way or doing hurricane ranas. I mean, you're talking about choke slam followed by a hurricane rana. It's insane. Obviously, the result was kind of what I expected a little bit. I expected the Jurassic Express to take the win. I kind of am leaning towards, if we're going to do predictions for All Out, I'm kind of leaning towards thinking they might be the ones to take the titles off the Young Bucks. I think it's about time for that title reign to end. I think there's a chance. It was a good match, had the chance. Holy shit, had that going from the crowd. It was a good starting match. It was a very, very good starting match. You want to get a pop, you immediately bring out Jungle Boy. The music hits, everybody goes ape shit. So, I mean, it was a good way to start the show. Got your attention right away. Next up. So, I don't know why I didn't get a chance. I didn't mention this on the Dynamite recap earlier this week, but Ty Conti and the Bunny, okay? They like teed off on each other on Dynamite. Like legit looked like shoot punches back and forth. I'm a little surprised at the outcome of the match. Match wasn't great in my opinion. It was okay. Kind of surprised. Conti's riding a bit of a high. I'm not a huge fan of the Bunny. I'm not a huge fan of her act, which is funny because if you watch the original Turnbuckle Times, the live streams, I'm a big fan of Alexa Bliss's Two Scoops of Crazy act, but the Bunny's just a little weird. And also, I don't think she's a great wrestler. So I was a little surprised at the outcome of this. They're setting up that Battle Royal buy-in for the females. So that's going to be really interesting because now you have the Bunny in there. You have whoever that was. I can't think of off the top of my head as I'm doing this recap who strolled down to ringside, who's going to be her buddy in the Battle Royal, which we all know how those end. So wasn't thrilled with this one. Okay. And then you had kind of the other match of the night, obviously, was Christian Cage, Frankie Kazarian, who I love, the Elite Hunter. Y'all know it if you've been watching this, if you've been listening to it. I love the gimmick. I love the whole he's hunting down every member of the Elite because they broke up SCU. So I love that. Versus Kenny Omega and Brian Cutler. For those who don't know, Brian Cutler's the dude with the face mask looking like weird as you watch him. And just another way to set it up. Just another way to propel towards All Out. I don't know how this one's going to go. I don't see Christian losing the Impact title anytime soon, but I don't see him winning the AEW heavyweight title either. It's going to be a really good match. They're both really, really good workers. Obviously, Kenny Omega, one of the best in the world. Christian, Hall of Famer, very talented. The fans do like him. I like him. it's going to be a really good match. It was a good match tonight. You know, they played well off of each other. Kazarian, Cage, much better, I think, than Omega. Omega plays the heel so well. The whole tucking out of the ring, considering getting a count out so he just can get away. And then you just can't beat now that when Callis comes out, they all chant, Carney, piece of shit, over and over and over. You can't beat that. I mean, it's one of my personal favorites. So some of the other little filler things throughout the night was obviously you had the kind of perpetuate forward of Eddie Kingston, the Mad King, versus Miro. Y'all know how I feel about Miro. I love me some Miro. And this is a tough one for me going into All Out because I like Eddie Kingston too. He's just like the fact you walk down to the ringside, looks like he's getting ready to say something, and then just turns his hat backwards and just chin up, charge the mountain, my man. But Miro is so dominant. I'm still unsure of how I feel about the whole God's chosen champion thing, but I'm cool with it. It's okay. Like I said, I'm a huge Miro fan. I have been since day one. And then obviously they're talking, there's a lot of talk still. He wasn't on tonight's show, but Punk was still ever present in regards to his comeback and the match against Darby Allin. It's next weekend, you guys. It's all leading to this. So matches were good. Promos had their moments. I got to get something off my chest here at the end of this. Is the announcers need some work. Okay. I love Mark Henry. I love Chris Jericho. Jericho is very much kind of loud, boisterous, like his character is, but I'm not sure where he settles. He's got to find somewhere in the middle. Mark Henry's got a lot of work to do. He really, really does. His interview skills aren't great. It kind of throws you for a loop a little bit. But, I mean, it's seasoning. They got to get some more seasoning. Excalibur helps a lot. Excalibur does a great job. Whether you like him, love him, or hate him, Excalibur and Taz together do a great job of trying to kind of corral that group in there. Overall, great episode of Rampage. I'm loving the 1 hour. I wasn't sure how I would feel about it when it started, but it's just enough for me. You get about 3 matches, a little bit of promo time. There's not a lot of dead time. I'm actually really enjoying the hour long. I enjoy the fact that it's 9 to 10. I got to jump on here with you guys afterwards. But at the same time, I can still watch my SmackDown and then lead into this. It's a lot of wrestling. It's 3 hours, but hey, we do it for y'all. But all in all, good night with it. Like I said, had its highs, had its lows. It is what it is when you do with it. As always, you guys, please make sure that you rate, review, subscribe, share. Make sure that you're hitting that subscribe button right up there. That's not the actual one, so don't actually hit it. Find the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. When we get to 100, we're going to do another little fun giveaway. If you're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, please make sure you leave us a little 5-star review. That's it, you guys. I got nothing else. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all next time.